Ruth Cadbury.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. And I also pay tribute to and welcome the maiden speeches that we've heard today and value the experience of different members from different parties and their knowledge of their local constituencies. Now, Mr. Deputy Speaker, like many members here today, my own constituency has seen a rise in knife crime and young people caught up in crime. That what people are experiencing is, like others have said, more robberies at knife point, more stabbings. We've seen an increase in knife injuries coming into West Middlesex Hospital's A&E department. And last March, we had the tragic death by knife point of a young man in Isleworth. Now, over the last year, I've done a range of pieces of work listening to people and their experiences. I conducted a survey of residents. I discuss knife crime whenever I go to schools, talking to students and also head teachers and other adults in the schools. And I brought together local people to discuss the problem and see if we can start looking at solutions. And I had 2 public events on that. Now, over the last year, on the issue of knife crime, I've heard from young people themselves, from their parents, from youth workers and social workers, head teachers and teachers, police officers, counsellors, specialist staff that work with young people, and, as I said, the A&E staff at West Mid. And what people tell me is that, first of all, they're seeing fewer police on the streets. The cuts in London's policing as a result of the 700 million cut to the London Authority, to the London Mayor's police budget, has meant that, in effect, our neighbourhood teams are half the size they were 8 years ago. We've seen reported crime too often dropped, and crimes taking longer and longer to come to resolution. Young people themselves are scared of being victims and sadly are frightened to carry knives and end up carrying knives themselves. And young people and parents tell me that the drug gangs in particular are too easily drawing young people using sophisticated mind games into dealing drugs or carrying drugs, based on befriending, based on misplaced loyalty. And young people and their parents have told me how the young people are unwillingly drawn in. The offer of food to somebody who's hungry, the offer of a place to hang out for somebody who's in an overcrowding flat, the offer of cash to somebody who wants to help their mum out with the weekly shopping. These young people don't wake up one day and decide to be criminals. And those most at risk, those with least money, least space, least capacity, young people with special education needs sometimes, young people with family issues, these are the most likely to be caught in of all.